Many people dream of a beautiful, toned and sculpted body. The best way to achieve this is the gym, machines, and dumbbells. There are people who prove that the main issue in this matter is only one's own uncertainty. Overcome it and you will be able to reach unprecedented heights. In this episode you will see the bodybuilder with the biggest belly, a transgender bodybuilder, as well as a few bodybuilders who took it too far. Let's go. 1. Nick Scott. Nick Scott was in a car accident while still in high school. As a result, both his legs were paralyzed. During rehabilitation, Nick gained a fair amount of extra pounds. It seemed that his life, it was over, but the guy took himself by the hand and first of all went to the gym. Classes on. The wheelchair was very difficult for him, but the guy did not back down. If people were smaller, focused on problems, focused on methods and focused on achieving results, they would be successful in whatever they want in their life. So, Nick said in his interview. Nick Scott became the IPB Pro Federation champion in 2011 and also represented America in Paralympic dance sports in Genovers. 2. Janae Kroc. Jane's childhood name was Madia Kroc. The guy served in the U.S. Army, was part of Bill Clinton's personal oversight. This is exactly what he did when he began to practice bodybuilding and achieved high results in the status of world champion. Matt has 3 children. In 2016, the world was stunned by all these announcements. It turns out that he has considered himself a woman for many years. Thus, Matt became Jane and is not shy about calling himself transgender. 3. Hassan Banks. Hassan was an ordinary boy and was fond of basketball. Unfortunately, in his youth, the guy was given a terrible diagnosis: spinal ataxia type 7. She causes major problems, so the guy has to fight for life alone. Hassan did not despair and got world of bodybuilding and healthy lifestyle. In 2012, he took part in competitions for the first time. And in 2014 he took second place in the male physicist category. 4. Harry Hemming. Bodybuilders push their bodies to the limit. In many cases this even occurs at the expense of the human body. Even then, when no drugs or steroids are involved, the bodybuilder sets an impossible load. For the body with the heart and other organs, their diet is also extreme, often very high in protein, low in other nutrients needed by the body. The essence of bodybuilding lies in the huge amount work in order to be in the center of everyone's attention, even for a short moment. Australian bodybuilder Harry Hemming turned out to be a sad example of the risks in a beautiful sport. Jerry suffered the worst fate of a bodybuilder. He died right on stage. Hemming took part in competitions between top-level athletes of the IFF Federation. He suffered a heart attack and passed out on stage during his performance. What's even more shocking is that after the body was taken away, the show continued. 5. Trevor Smith. The guy never took part in competitions. He was not interested in performing, although he loved the world of bodybuilding very much. Trevor has written numerous articles on this topic. He ran his own business and created new training programs. This giant was 182 centimeters tall and weighed 180 kilograms. It is difficult to imagine how much food would be required to maintain this proportion. Unfortunately, to maintain weight, you not only need to eat a lot, but also exercise. A combination of huge size, excessive use of steroids and brutal training led to a sad outcome. The athlete's heart gave out and he died at the age of 33. 6. Mohamed Moma Benaziza. Footballer Venanzi Benaziz began training his body in his youth, and eventually won a bodybuilding competition in Spain. He is a professional, French bodybuilder of Algerian descent. He continued to train and even won the Night of Champions. Given his absolute dominance and primacy, he was given the name of his giant killer. Benaziza even participated in Mr. Olympia, where she took 5th place. Shortly after this competition, he was found dead in his hotel room. There are many reasons for his death: hereditary blood diseases, overdose or improper use of diuretics, insulin shock, cardiovascular diseases, and so on. An autopsy revealed signs of severe dehydration and heart failure. So most likely his death was due to a powerful cocktail, which contained diuretics. And before we get to the bodybuilder with the biggest belly, write your hand size in the comments. 7. Big Lenny, not your average bodybuilder. However, this does not prevent him from competing in competitions and gaining worldwide popularity. Some people make fun of him, but a lot of people really respect him. The thing is that Big Lenny does not have bodybuilder shape at all. He has a big belly, buttocks sag. But at the same time, he regularly competes and films his workouts. Lenny himself quite likes his shape, but continues to train and praise himself. With a height of 190 centimeters, he weighs about 140 kilograms. It is very difficult to say how much weight falls on the muscles. At the same time, the athlete's legs are clearly lagging behind. But self-confident Lenny knows what to answer. According to him, it's all about too much cardio. The bodybuilder promises to give his legs a good workout and achieve a total weight of 150 kilograms. As for his legendary belly, then even Lenny himself came to terms with the fact that it was no longer possible to remove him. There is an opinion that the appearance of such a belly in bodybuilders is directly related, associated with the use of growth hormone. And often the causes are called a disease such as palambism, which is associated with muscle atrophy. Our hero responds to this only by saying that there is simply a lot of eat. By the way, even on such a huge belly, Lenny's abs are visible, which once again speaks of his crazy motivation. It is worth noting that in her youth, Big Lenny weighed 180 kilograms, and in adulthood he still reached 205 kilograms. The bodybuilder does not hide the fact that he likes to stand out. Lenny considers herself a true freak in the world of bodybuilding. Indeed, just the appearance of Big Lenny arouses the interest of the audience. His peculiar figure and bulging, slightly crazy eyes makes his image memorable. Even though he has no chance of winning anything, the bodybuilder continues to set specific goals and participate in competitions. And at home Lenny has a whole warehouse of sports nutrition. Big Lenny ironically claimed that he has 140 kilograms of lean muscle mass, although he speaks with a very serious expression on his face. His crazy breakfast. It is logical that a bodybuilder does not deny himself food. For breakfast alone, Big Lenny consumes about 2,500 calories. There are no food restrictions in his diet either. He can easily share this information. Lenny's breakfast is truly impressive and easily includes a huge bowl of porridge, grapes, a couple of bananas, 4 cups of applesauce, 4 glasses of milk and 500 grams of meat. This volume of food not only looks huge, but also has a wide variety of foods. 8. Greg Kovacs, Canadian professional bodybuilder. Greg was enormous in size, weighing about 180 kilograms in the off-season. Of course, such results cannot be achieved by simply eating porridge and pancakes. Greg used all kinds of growth hormones, which affected his body, most likely not in the best way. Huge weight due to grueling training and steroid use in huge doses led to a sad outcome. At 44, Greg died of a heart attack. 9. Chad Brazzers. It is unlikely that anyone will deny that sometimes bodybuilders have rages due to steroids, which can lead to disaster in a public place. Meet Chad Brazzers, one of the most famous steroid geeks of all time. Imagine yourself running calmly on a treadmill at the gym, and then a certain person comes up to you and attacks you, after which he starts screaming like crazy, breaking and destroying equipment. This happened in 2011. According to eyewitnesses, Brazzers fell from the exercise machine and became like mad. He increased the speed of the treadmill, which another man was running on at the time, and attacked him. Then he started breaking other equipment. When the police arrived, they were not immediately able to calm the guy down. He had to be subdued with a stun gun, which effectively killed him. After that, they tried to revive him, but Brazzers showed no signs of life. It was established that shortly before his death the bodybuilder took steroids. Is this person considered a victim of the so-called steroid rage? A state of extreme rage caused by the effects of steroids. But again, this is just a guess. Please like if you were interested. Also subscribe to the channel in order not to miss new videos.